Demo TV 369. Yeah. Right now we got a reaction for y'all. Switch sides. Guess his new friends, one of them dead. Probably be murdered for the ish that I said. It's not that. What it is we have a cop who was once a cop turned into a cop who copped the cops. You're gonna figure it out on the story right here. I apologize about all the noise around. It's good construction going on outside. To me, breathing the air, taking in the essence. I ain't mad at that. I apologize about the sound though. But what I really apologize about is that smoke detector, because it's painted shut. I can't get it loose. We're gonna hold for now on that one though. Right now, we about to get into this.
You realize the failure of the war on drugs when someone tasked with combating it switches sides.
A one-time Texas drug agent described by his
I heard that first part before I started this.
Narcotics officers in the country.
Barry Cooper, Copbusters,
Controversial.
arrested, vigilante,
Questionable.
finding Christmas trees, watchdog,
Illegal Christmas
Police
trees.
are investigating the scene Cooper carried out against a dozen police officers in 2008.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all remember that? By Mace? Nah? Y'all remember Welcome Back by Mace? He in the tabloids right now. We're going to get into him a little bit later. But welcome back.
Canine and narcotics officers. During his tenure, he realized that the war on drugs was immoral and ineffective. His new understanding caused him to shift directions, and he created the Never Get Busted video series to teach people how to never get caught. Soon, he realized that he knew all the cops' dirty little secrets, like how they make a canine false alert.
Either he was ghetto as hell, or that tooth of his, y'all saw that tooth? He got a gold tooth in the front. Either he was an informant, confidential informant, or he was just ghetto as hell. Ghetto as hell. Like, listen, I don't want the whole grill. Out of 100% of the grill, give me 10%. That's what I took from there right there, man. I seen that little one piece of little tooth right there.
How officers use confidential informants to plant narcotics, and much more. With that wealth of information, he decided it was time to start busting bad cops.
Commercial. 2, 1. Back to it. That's nice though. Take me to the ocean, take me to the sea. Take me to a far, far land that you want to see.
This story begins
Where you wanna
with the
be.
arrest of Yolanda Madden, a single mother of 2 with no criminal history or issues with addiction. In 2005, she was arrested for possession.
Any drugs and weapons in there? Is your son? Dad, there any drugs in there right now? Weapons? Nothing at all. You want to check it? We got information to put some drugs in there.
Though she was 100%
I feel like I've
innocent,
seen this before.
she was convicted, and due to the weight of the illicit substance, she was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Yolanda's father had overwhelming evidence that the substances used to convict her were planted by a confidential informant who had accidentally hit the wrong target. Her father contacted Barry Cooper, as he not only ran Copbusters, but he also previously worked in the area with some of the same officers involved. Barry decided to take action to catch the officers by setting up a fake grow house in the district, hoping that by
That's real right there, man. Y'all need, listen, a couple things I want to say about, on some more serious notes. Make sure you have surveillance around your house, period. Because you never know what you could get caught up in the event of being caught up into something. One thing that is starting to become more apparent in today's day and age is the fact that some people just don't want you to protect yourself. We're gonna even talk about this last night. I think it was in Texas as well. A young kid was just shot by the police. Now, true enough, he did have a stolen car. But I'm like this: fight fire with fire kind of situation. And I saw the whole thing, and the event of this young kid going into critical condition, being shot by the police. All he did was go away from the cops. The cops were shooting at him. The kid never pointed any weapons at him or anything like that. But just make sure you always have surveillance because it's your word against theirs. You see what I'm saying? It's always gonna be your word against theirs. Even if you have surveillance, until you can present that surveillance when it comes to a cop, and I ain't saying all cops is bad, but we all kick into survival mode when it comes to trying to save our own behind, period. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna present the evidence that you need to have to get off, or you just gonna have to bite the bullet. And make sure you're a stand-up, taxpaying citizen who, in the event of being wronged, you can present evidence so you don't have to bite anybody else's bullet. Now, if you ended up doing whatever you did, by all means, you know, those are your street politics. I am only here to show the people YouTube things.
So, he could prove Yolanda's conviction was sourced by unlawful and unconstitutional actions of the officers involved. So in December of 2008, Barry found a vacant house and put tinfoil over the windows. He brought in grow lights and ventilation systems, all for the care and nurture for 2 small pine tree saplings. And
for
to
2
trigger
small
an illegal raid by the
saplings.
Odessa Police
He did all of that for 2 saplings.
Run a search warrant or make an arrest on an anonymous tip alone.
Right.
And this vice unit has a habit of lying on search warrants and claiming they had an informant go in and see drugs in the house.
Right. That's the reason why it's paramount for you to have, I apologize again about that. It's paramount for you to have surveillance on yourself at all times, whether you're driving and you get stopped and you gotta have your phone, or you have a secret phone or something like that. Make sure you're covering your own behind. CYOA. Hey, what you got to say?
And then they raid the house. We used to do it when I worked for them. If we couldn't get the evidence we needed and we wanted to raid the house, we lied and said an informant went in there.
So now, with Barry's pine sapling nursery set up, cameras were installed to survey the property, and it didn't take long for the Odessa Police Department to arrive at the location as planned. With weapons drawn, the officers enter the residence and systematically clear the house room by room.
You got nothing, Papa. You got
Into
nothing.
the room, questioned the Christmas tree broke and realized that their anonymous tip was false.
First of all, you enter that with the fake anonymous tip, because there ain't nothing there. In order for something to be there, the unanimous tip has to show proof of illegal substance. If this, because this got aired yesterday, this came across my timeline this morning. I said, I got to react to this. I caught a couple of it. Some might say, oh, I'm just now looking at it. Me personally, I looked at a little bit of it and said, y'all need to see this. Because if it popped up on mine, I ain't saying it popped up on y'all, but I want to exploit this. So, shout out to Lackluster on YouTube. Go check out the whole video yourself. But you and I, right now, we're going to enjoy this. Again, man, make sure you got surveillance around your house and your car. You know what I'm saying? When the police address you, you know, you ain't do nothing. You know, pull out that camera phone, make sure you ain't wrong. Even if you did do something wrong, pull out that camera phone and neutralize the part of the situation that can go left. They didn't have no real warrant. It was at that moment they realized that they fucked up.
Before leaving, they noticed a Copbusters t-shirt pinned to the wall, alongside a note addressing the officers that read, "You are the focus of a new reality TV show called Copbusters. There's nobody in the house and nothing illegal has happened. We will be approaching to interview you with cameras. Our crew will be in red t-shirts, like the one on the wall." The officers then find the
Shout out to the Copbusters, man. We need y'all in all 50
just
states.
as quickly as they arrived.
Yeah, because they got this number here, they got 2 in there, and all the monitors are running up there in the cabinet. You get your,
They don't like when they get set up. They taking pictures of people taking video of them.
We're talking to the United States Attorney, so we would think about touching things.
I got my hand in my pocket.
We'll find out what we need to do.
Now they got to go all the way back to the precinct. They got to do paperwork on wasted time, man hours, all that, all because they lied on a warrant. And they know that they lied on a warrant too, because the guy who used to be a cop says this is what we used to do. He used to work for the same. You saw it in there. They used to all work for the same situations. So now look at how you gotta undig all these lies just to make things right with people. Y'all really ain't no worse than the lady who got Emmett Till killed, for real.
And just as the sign on the wall said, Barry Cooper and
Didn't
his
Emmett Till
camera
get
crew
killed in
were
Texas
traveling
too?
to the house to film the officers' reactions to getting caught in the execution of an illegally obtained search warrant.
Right behind them?
Oh yeah, baby.
That's it.
They're about to raid it. And listen, you can tell they're in.
They're in.
They're in, hang on.
They're in. They're raiding it.
They're in, back door.
They kicked in the back.
Due to the fact that this is a VHS, but this is old, so sorry about the way the pixels look. It is what it is.
They're just about to leave.
It looks like cheetahs, right?
No. Right here. Stop. Right here. Right here. You got the cameras. Get around. Ready? Let's go. Hey, I'm Barry Cooper with Cop Busters. Why are you in my house? What? Do you have a search warrant? I'm busy making sure these Odessa cops quit planting drugs on people, so you've been clocking a real Yolanda.
We're trying to cooperate. We're not giving nobody no hassle.
You did too. Y'all planted drugs on Yolanda, and she's in prison because of it. That's giving people a hassle. You guys are wrong on this one, and you know it. And you got part. I'll show you the paper. Oh, I want to see the affidavit. What judge?
Let me see that affidavit, my baby.
Unless y'all lied on that affidavit.
What did you say to get in there?
Yeah.
What did you say? Here comes another one. That shit kind of look good though.
Purdue University.
My bad, y'all. It is what it is.
After we set the trap house, it was the cop's job to do a.
After we set the trap house.
Investigated properly, they never would have raided the house.
The information obtained by
Facts
this
up.
operation was used to prove that the Odessa Police Department lied on affidavits used to obtain search warrants and eventually freed Yolanda Madden.
Tonight, Yolanda Madden is a free woman, and she...
Shout out to Yolanda, man. I'm happy to see just one of us make it. With that being said as well, they saying Biden is encouraging the states to release marijuana sellers as well. So I won't get too political on y'all, but what I will say is I think that that's a step in the right direction. I don't know what the next chess move is. Maybe it's, who knows, but nobody should be in jail for petty crimes like marijuana, especially when 6 years? 6 years? You know what they should do? They should take what they thought she was selling for 6 years. If you gave her 6 years for marijuana, let's compare that to somebody else who went to jail for some type of drug trafficking charge. Let's say she made maybe $200,000-$300,000 a year. What you thought you were busting her for is what you should be paying her for every year that she had to spend in prison. Matter of fact, plus the 2, because she was supposed to do 8, she did 6, plus the 2 out of good nature because you messed up. You messed up. You can't sit there and take somebody's life like that. There's no way you can give them that time back. 6 years?
He said she was falsely imprisoned for 4 years.
Today,
4 years,
District
my
Judge
bad.
Rob Janelle vacated her sentence.
Still, give her the whole 8. Give her the plate for the 8, baby.
Because of the setup, Yolanda spent 4 years of her life in prison, despite her innocence. The police chief responded to the fake row house operation by calling
innocent.
Barry Cooper immature
innocent.
and juvenile.
In a statement, Odessa Police Chief Timothy Burton calls Cooper's actions juvenile and irresponsible.
Claiming that his actions were potential.
How is his actions juvenile and irresponsible when, one, he did something very responsible, like was able to let the record reflect and get that young lady out of prison? That's number one. Number two, righteousness is not irresponsible. What's irresponsible is lies, murder because of that lies, time wasted and spent drifting away because of that lie. My grandma used to always say, "Is a liar, is a thief, is a killer." Ooh, you heard that beep right after I said that? It's real shit, man. R.I.P. Granny. Blood of Mary. Yeah, man. How you gonna call somebody irresponsible for that? You're the irresponsible one. You don't like when people call you out?
Illegal and wasted the time of law enforcement and taxpayer money. Barry eventually ran for Texas Attorney General, but his contributions to help end the drug war brought him under the ire of the state. The police ran a search warrant on his home to seize his Cop Busters videos. Not narcotics, videos.
You broke my front door to come seize my Cop Buster videos?
Executed a search warrant on Cooper's home. They confiscate his camera equipment, videos, and computers.
After the raid, they arrested him 3 times and his wife once under misdemeanor charges related
That's a real
to the
man
scam
right there. You
videos.
see, he taking that
All
like, I got you,
charges were later
bitches.
dismissed, but while he fought them, the U.S. government took his child and declared him and his wife an unfit parent for teaching them about the dangerous arms of the state.
The state has taken away his child, Zach, and cited as a specific...
What in the Hitler is that? You mean to tell me this cop who understands the systems and saw that you guys were ultimately lying on people, getting them locked up for years, and you even got a confidential informant to actually plant drugs on the wrong person. The wrong person. And this guy is able to start gathering evidence, basically becoming Superman against you guys, and now he's irresponsible. You took his kid because he's not complying to what you guys want him to do, like tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Ain't that what you, in essence, didn't y'all understand? Because Alfred Davis would have eventually left to bring somebody to the stand, correct? So y'all lied on the stand before y'all got there. The judge signed all that BS off. Or did the judge even really do that? I might even be looking at the judge like he did something wrong. The judge ain't do nothing when he was on vacation. Man, y'all gotta do better than that, man. Again, I know that all cops ain't bad, but when cops are letting cops get away with BS like this, you pulling raids and taking people's kids for no reason.
reason that Barry and his wife, quote, are
shout out to the good cops, man.
and create an
I know
environment
they make it hard for
where
y'all.
the children believe the government is out to harm them. How much harm has Mr. Cooper done compared to the government? Stealing property, stealing freedom, and in this case, kidnapping his child.
And because of the alleged retaliation, Barry and his family fled to South America for asylum in 2011.
We're going to end it on that note, man. Shout out to Barry and his family, man. Sorry y'all had to go through all of that, man. And to the young lady who lost 4 years of her life, I'm glad that you out, and I pray to God you got compensated royally for that. Shout out to Lackluster TV. If you want to check this out yourself and more content that they got up, go ahead and go grab that. Lackluster TV. But right now what you're watching is Demo TV 369. 369. That's exponential growth, baby. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Love y'all. One.